Today, Steve is going to be giving us some useful social commentary based on the comedic stylings of the late, great George Carlin. Ladies and gentlemen, a place for your stuff. Steve Myers, a place for your stuff.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster. Thanks for having a little location here for me to place my items, which from this point forward, I'll refer to as stuff. We all have stuff. Look at you. You have little stuff organized out in front of you there. You got stuff in your pockets. Out in the car, you got lots of stuff strewn around. In the trunk, right? You have the extra tire, the jack, the extra blanket, a pair of sneakers in case you get stuck walking along the freeway in the middle of the night. In the glove box, right? You got more stuff. You got the flashlight, you got the sunglasses, a map, and an automatic weapon in case you get walk along the freeway in the middle of the night. And you got to take care of your stuff. Stuff is important to us. It's part of our culture. It's part of who we are. And we take care of our stuff primarily by putting it in our house. That's what a house is. It's just a place to put our stuff. And if we didn't have so much stuff, we wouldn't even need a house. We could just walk around all day. But we have these houses. And the houses, if you break it down, is nothing more than a pile of stuff with a lid on it. And you have your pile of stuff, I have my pile of stuff. If you go up in an airplane taking off, you'll see these elaborate arrays of piles of stuff of all the citizens in the city. And as you're flying over them, you remember, I need to lock my stuff up. Because if I don't lock my stuff up, someone's bound to come and take my stuff. Not my stuff, because they always take the good stuff. They don't care about the crap you're saving. Who cares about your fourth grade arithmetic papers, your National Geographic collection, or the commemorative presidential plates from Time Life magazine? They don't want that stuff. They want the expensive stuff. They want the shiny stuff. They want your stuff. So we lock our houses up when we go out. And what do we do when we go out? Well, we use our time, our talents, our charisma to get more stuff. That's what this country's all about. Getting stuff and having a place for that stuff. Stuff you don't need, stuff you don't want, stuff that's poorly made, stuff that is overpriced, stuff that you can't afford, so you have to go into debt for paying for years to get that stuff. We value this stuff, we work for this stuff, we cherish this stuff. When we have a chance to get home with our stuff, what do? We put our stuff away. Careful places. We put our stuff in the closet. We put our stuff under the bed. We put our stuff in the attic. We put our stuff in the basement. Whew. Some of us even still have stuff at our parents' house. Old comic books, yearbooks, comic books, pictures, souvenirs. Actually, most of our parents have tossed out that stuff a long time ago. And then as much as you love your home, it's stuffed to the brim with all of your stuff. One day, you're going to have to move to a bigger home. Why? Too much stuff! And you have to pick all your stuff up and move it to your new home. Or perhaps you can put it in storage. Storage is an interesting industry. An entire money-making scheme based on people paid to watch your stuff. Or you could put your stuff in a garage sale or a yard sale. Because there are actually people who will scour the newspapers and then drive around town combing the streets for yard sales. They feel they don't have enough stuff, they want to buy your stuff. And cheap. Or you can even give your stuff away. You could call up the Goodwill and Salvation Army, and people will come to your door to take some of your stuff and take it to those who don't have enough stuff. And the economists call this the great redistribution of stuff. Okay, enough about your stuff. Let's talk about other people's stuff. You ever been at someone else's house and you don't feel quite at home? You're not quite at ease. Why? There's no place for your stuff. There's someone else's stuff all over the place. And what crummy stuff it is. Ew, where did they get this stuff? Or you had to spend the night unexpectedly at a friend's house there. You got late, you don't want to drive. So they take you to this room that they hardly ever use because perhaps someone died there some years back. And the room is still full of their stuff. Even the vaporizer. So whatever room they put you in there, you look on the dresser, and what? there's no room for your stuff. Someone else's crap is all over. Do you ever notice how someone else's stuff is crap, but your crap is stuff? Crap is just another word for stuff. Stuff we do not esteem. Stuff that belongs to your ex. Hey, when are you gonna get over here and get rid of all your stuff? Let's talk a little bit about traveling, shall we? Traveling is a wonderful thing to get away from your routine. But it can be an anxious thing because you get away from your stuff. You can't take all of it with you. You have to pick what stuff to take. Mostly wearable stuff. Say you're going to go to Hawaii. You take 2 big bags of stuff for 2 weeks in Honolulu. And you pack onto the plane, you put your bags on board, but you still have your carry-ons, you still have stuff in your pockets. You get on the plane, you put stuff in the overhead bin, stuff in the seat back pocket, stuff under the seat, stuff in your lap, and there's stuff you're going to steal from the airplane, right? Those little thin blankets or that flat pillow. So you finally get to Honolulu. When you go, first thing you go pick up the bags, claim your bags. And what would happen there? Your biggest anxiety? If they drop my stuff in the ocean. Well, this time they didn't. So you get your stuff, you get a taxi, you go to the hotel. What's the first thing you do in the hotel? Put your stuff away. Oh, I'm gonna put my stuff over here. You put your stuff over there. Don't put your stuff there. That's my stuff. Hey, we got some our stuff here. Put our stuff over there. Wow, we have more places than we have stuff. Now we have to go out and get more stuff. So you spend your time in Honolulu with shirts and floral patterns that you probably will never use again. And then you get somewhat relaxed finally in Honolulu, thinking, I'm far away from my stuff. I have enough stuff to get me by. And I relax in Honolulu based on that thought. Then your friend calls up, hey, I'm in Maui, come spend the weekend with us here. Sounds great. Oh no! What am I gonna bring? You can't bring all your stuff, you gotta bring just enough stuff for the weekend in Maui. So you're on the plane, hopping to Maui. As you're in the plane, you think, my stuff is spread out all over the world now. I got stuff in the overhead compartment, stuff in the seat back pocket, stuff in Honolulu hotel, stuff at home, stuff at my parents' house. The supply lines are getting longer and harder to make. So when you get home from your vacation, you think, wow, I am fed up with my stuff and all the problems it has created for me. The things I thought I owned have actually shown that they own me. And so you start going through, cleaning out the garage, the basement, your parents' house, passing on that stuff. Simplifying your life. Heavy sigh. Then the phone rings. It's your lawyer. Oh, your aunt has died. And what'd she leave you? All of her stuff.